Hey guys, this is Advar. So it's been a little while since we've talked, and I just wanted to jump on. I did a training for part of my team not too long ago where we talked quite a bit about laws of wealth, and I wanted to kind of touch on that again today because there I think there's a lot of truth to it. I think there's a tremendous amount of just insights from these three sources that I referenced in our training. And the three sources that I used when we talked about how to create wealth was the Bible, um, John F. Kennedy, and Zig Ziglar. Now, amateur on the Bible, but here's what's exciting. So, sometimes been referred to as the master teacher. When he was talking to his core leadership group, which there was about 12 of them. That was closely knit, and there's a lot of lessons in there because when you look at what kind of came out of that group. Tremendous organization, tremendous reach. And it must have been an absolutely an electrifying leader because people really especially these 12 were really kind of close knit, and anytime they had a chance to get one on one as a group, it really became kind of like a uh, leadership touch base or offsite, or they had the opportunity to spend time with him. It's interesting because they saw a lot of work, some phenomenal work, some incredible things happening, right? And so the question came up among his key leaders. The 12 of them were, they were talking back and forth to each other, and you got to go read the story because it's actually quite fascinating. But the question came up of, how can I become great? How can I really kind of expand, become somebody, be known, and become great? And the master teacher said, hey, if you do this, if you become a servant to many, if you help others, then you have a shot at it. So what a great illustration of what does it take to expand? How can you help? How can I in business help my team to expand? How can I help them grow? How can I serve them better? Right? So, phenomenal lesson inside of that story of what and how the master teacher really put it back on his leadership team of saying, okay, you go out and add value. You go out and help and serve others, and then you have a shot at it. So, second source, John F. Kennedy. And he said, a little bit before my time, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it. At a time where there was a lot of division, brought the country together, this great country of the U.S., and where he came out and said, "Hey, don't ask what the country can do for you, but what can you do for the country?" And again, it comes back to what and how can we contribute? How can we serve others? And then lastly, Zig Ziglar says it brilliantly because he says if you help enough other people get what they want, you will get everything that you want. So again, it comes back to how can I serve and how can I help? How can I teach? How can I train? How can I become a service to others, taking on a servant leadership role where you're supporting, helping out, and that's where I think what we're doing, with our business and how we're touching a lot of people's lives right now is, we're really tapping into the power of two. And you guys will hear me talking a lot about this. I'm going to be talking a lot about the power of two and how it's possible to really 10x 10x your dreams, right? And so forth and so on. But really, it starts with how can I serve? How can I become a servant and improve on being a servant leader to my team, to my group, and also be a servant leader in other regards, not always financial, right? Sometimes it's better, building wealth inside of friendships, building wealth and becoming healthy and strong. So can I serve? Can I help? Can I teach? And that's what what my heart is about. I want to teach. I want to train. I want to help others to see what I've seen by being a servant. And I challenge you to reach out. Just ask some questions. Let's talk. Let's visit a little bit. So those were some of my thoughts today. So again, just the power of two and becoming servant leaders. So we'll talk to you soon.